ask, अभी हम ये जो experience कर रहे हैं and जो India के laws में है, most of the history is contained to the monuments, sir. So as you are a member of the parliament, sir, may I ask कि what are we going to do? What are the parliamentary procedures in order to ensure कि history जो हमारे textbooks में है, history जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं, that is not distorted? Because what we're seeing in the news these days is that there has been efforts by certain ideologies to corrupt what is known as history to us and present it in a light that is not historically accurate and more on the divisive lines. So what can we do to ensure that that part of history which is contained in the textbooks is not distorted rather than just preserving the monuments, sir?
So first is, you have to preserve the monument to preserve the history.
Yeah.
Because if you don't preserve the monument, then history goes away with that. And so preserving history is one of the first objectives. Secondly, about changing curriculum, history. That is a process which relates to once you have a government in power which have a different ideology. But it is very difficult to change history. It is very difficult because someone might write anything you want, but these monuments are itself living history. They don't lie. So you can, the government will try, but end of the day, it is people like you who should ensure that it is that the government which comes into power is one which believes in history of India, whether I like it or you like it, or you like it. So that is history. So, we'll have all of us will have to really appreciate the great diversity of India, because this monument itself was not made by the Muslims. Sir can vouch for it. It was called as Mahankal, and it was given as it was given by the Warangal then it was built. It was a mud fort. Mud fort, yes, mud fort. It was a mud fort. Same with there's so many things. But yes, your question is very important. If someone says Taj Mahal was something else before, but these are obnoxious statements which cannot be proven by any sort of empirical evidence. But then again, it is people like you who should ensure that whichever government comes, which believes in the history and teaches you the right history of what actually happened. But it is very difficult to change history that cannot be changed. No matter how hard you try, these are facts which will stare you in the eyes, and it will be very difficult for any government to change it.
So may I follow up on that? So how do we counter such people who peddle this kind of conspiracy theory that there was another kind of a structure beneath the Taj Mahal?
It is. See, these are all people are mad people. They don't know. How can you? No one will believe their obnoxious, wild things. These are things which they will definitely try, but I don't think so people at large would accept such blatant lies, basically.
Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum, sir. My name is Sakina Haider. I am a 4th student at Usmania University College of Law. And as we are seeing that communal tensions are increasing in the country, and the divide has become darker now. And now we are standing in a place in Hyderabad where there is, we have like a blend of different communities staying here together. And as a MP of this place, like what is your role in ensuring that communal harmony stays the way it has been always?
So, in last 4.5 years, we have not seen, alhamdulillah, any communal incident, any communal riot in Hyderabad. Though some here and there, some small incidents must have taken place. But that in itself really shows the maturity of the people of Hyderabad and of Telangana. That they have not fallen for any vicious designs or conspiracies. And secondly, it also shows that the government in power has played a very important role in ensuring that the communal atmosphere is not vitiated. And thirdly, of course, credit must be given to the elected representative, whether they are from my party or from any party, because maintenance of communal harmony is not only the job of government, but also people and also all the political parties. So generally, the atmosphere in Telangana has been very, very peaceful, and that is why this state has the highest economic growth in terms of all of the states in India. And that is very, very important to attract investments and to promote Hyderabad. You must remember that Hyderabad, Telangana is a landlocked area, and for us, peace is of utmost importance, so that we invite more, whether they're software industries, whether investments in real estate, biotechnology, whatever it is. So, alhamdulillah, so far it has been good, and I'm sure that in coming years also this will be very good. But having said that, yes, there are two religious festivals which are always a challenge for the administration, for people like me. And those two religious festivals, we have to be very cautious and be very careful because there is this phenomena now that those religious festivals are used basically as a show of strength, not for what it stands for. So yes, that challenge is there, but I am sure that hopefully we should be able to maintain communal harmony in Hyderabad and in the other parts of Telangana. And the government must invest more in this technology. We must have more CCTV cameras at places where you have a history of a communal riot or incident. That would really help. And wherever any procession is being taken, now we have drones. The government can use more drones. So these are things which modern technology must also be used to ensure that no one gets away with all these nonsense.
Sir, so my name is Barrister Asaduddin and I'm pursuing my master's in psychology. I have a question for you also. What are the plans being MP for the youth? Because we adore you. Many of the MPs, we adore you. But we don't get any platform that we should admire you and should follow up. And the practical, what are the steps that we should follow?
We don't need to admire anyone, because you elect us to do a work. So we are not doing anything, wherein, you have to admire all of us. Actually, you should demand more questions, ask more questions, and ensure that we live up to the huge responsibility that has been bestowed upon by the people. Being an MP, it is a tough task, but one cannot complain because when you're contesting elections, everyone knows that this is a challenging work and it is an exciting work as well. So there are many things which every MP should do, and I'm sure many of them are doing it. That is the first to be accessible to the common people, which we try to do in the form of sitting at least 4 to 5 days in Darussalam for 3-4 hours meeting people. And then secondly, as a MP, we should go around in the constituency, meet people. Third is to, the more a member of parliament is within the common man or the electorate of that constituency, the more he will be able to understand what are the issues, what are the problems. And then secondly, it is the utilization of MP-led schemes that has to be very proper. So while I was walking, sir was telling me that this is known as Khilwat. These were the private quarters of the then king when he has to develop it. And so I offered him that hopefully next time around, if people elect me, I might, inshallah, I hope to, through my MP Lite scheme, I want this to be whatever it is to maintain or whatever sir wants. The restoration is the right word, yes. So this is how you utilize your MP Lite scheme. And the third important point is that an MP should speak in Parliament. When I say speak, that doesn't mean that every time you give a speech on every issue which is debated, but you should ask questions. Um, there are many forms of ways of asking questions from government. And nowadays everything is recorded because after